Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin'. It's D. About to react to this vid by Fab Socialism. This is the beautiful pathological liar, SZA. SZA apparently lies for no reason, I've been told. I reacted to LeBron lying for no reason, and people were telling me to react to this video in particular about SZA lying. So, yeah, we're going to find out what she's lying about exactly. I have heard people say that she's a liar, but I don't know exactly what, she's lied about. I don't know much about her. But yeah, we're going to see in this vid. So let's check it out. Also, side note, I just reacted to her album on my Patreon. So if you're interested, check it out. Link down in the description if you want to hear my thoughts on that entire album. But yeah, let's see what she's lying about. Let's watch.
So the very first lie that is at the top of my head in here is SZA lying about being a marine biologist who went to an Ivy League school. Now, there is an article. Now, I would link the article if I can of the interview, but some of the websites that I was finding her lies on just reference her saying that she went to an Ivy League school to study marine biology when the whole time she was just stripping and ended up dropping out of school.
Okay, I'm going to read some lines from this Vice article that was written in 2013, and then I'm going to unpack why this article may have started a lot of confusion. So SZA is newly 24, her birthday was last week, and although she is both willfully headstrong and young, her experiences in those 2 decades have instilled in her a steely determination. As an Orthodox Muslim, she was shielded from pop music. She listened to her dad's Coltrane and Elizabeth Fitzgerald's records. But at 16, she stopped wearing her hijab and rebelled, and 2 years later, she was tending bar at a strip club. Oh, and P.S. She also got a degree in marine biology from an Ivy League college. Okay, so this article, I don't know if they interviewed her for this. So
well, how can we
if you look at the very first line, it says SZA is newly 24. Now, if you do the math from her being newly 24 that they suggest at the time this article was posted, and you add, subtract 2000, to 2021, you subtract to 2013, you get 8 years. If you add 8 years to 24, that would mean SZA would be 32 right now. So if I did that math correctly, that means that they didn't document her age correctly. I don't know what source they got her age from, which goes on to a point that I will make later on, so keep that in mind. There's confusion around age. And then, where it says marine biology degree from an Ivy League college. So did they...
And when I say what this got to do with her, meaning what does this have to do with what she has said? If they reported on her inaccurately, how is that her line?
They know that she went to Delaware State. Did she graduate from Delaware State? Because there's another article that I'll just link, but I won't read. They suggest that she graduated. So there was a lot of confusion around here. And honestly, I think SZA, that was when... This was an interview that SZA was actually interviewed in, which was, let me see, a Billboard article in 2013 where they asked her where she went to school, and she didn't want to finish, and she didn't want to say where she went to school, and they asked her is she finished with school, and she said yes, I'm supposed to go to grad school, but she didn't. So did she drop out of grad school, or did she drop out of undergrad? There's some confusion there. What? And then in that article too, she also talks about like bartending instead of stripping. So bartending and stripping are 2 different things. I don't know if she did both, one or the other. So yeah, there's some confusion.
You went to college?
I did.
Okay, what school? Say it.
No, I went to several.
You must owe him a lot of money. You must owe a lot of money.
I owe like a good like 80,000.
What?
I don't know. I failed out of my last semester, so I'm not really proud about school.
How did you fail out? Were you doing music?
It was on purpose. Yeah, I was doing music and.
So in this lie,
she don't
I
look
feel like
like
it's kind
this
of a truth
anymore. That's
because is it true that she went to Delaware State and was studying marine biology? That could be true. Did she transfer from an Ivy League school? We don't know.
When did she say that?
Was she even studying marine biology? We don't know. That could be a lie. Was she stripping? If she was, that's fine. Who cares? But don't lie about that,
When did she lie about it?
The first lie.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not seeing the lies. I didn't see any proof of that. Do I have to look this up myself? I'm very confused. What I heard her say out of her own mouth is that she dropped out because she focused on music. As far as articles go, when people are interviewing celebrities, I don't know if you could really take those to be true because it's not the artist actually saying it. And I've heard that a lot of the time they'll lie about shit or they'll fabricate some things or throw some words in or take some words out to make it seem like it's one way when it's not. So I don't feel like we should put that on her. I'm confused. I didn't hear her say out of her mouth that she graduated from Ivy League school. So I'm confused how this is a lie. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Okay, the next lie is SZA's age. So if you Google SZA right now, I Googled her right before this video. At the time of this recording, I Googled and it said SZA is 30 years old and she's going to be turning 31 in November. Now, when I was doing the little research, people were saying that she said she was born 1991 and then one of her albums suggests she was born 1989. What confused this situation was when Drake insinuated that he was dating SZA and SZA came out to clear it, saying that even if they were dating, she wasn't underage because people were doing the math like Drake was dating SZA when she was too young. So now we have she was either born 1989 when I Googled at the time of this recording it said 1990, and then there were rumors coming from like what she suggested her age was that she was born 1991. So either way, in a few years she's undeniably going to be 30, but as of right now, we think she's 30. And why lie about that? I don't know. Typically, people lie.
Where is the? Am I missing something here? Am I the slow one? What? Her naming her album 1989. That could mean anything. That could be a special year for someone in her family. That could be literally anything. We can't just say, oh, it's called 1989. That's the year she was born. That's not a logical conclusion to come to. Neither is Google. Please do not rely on Google to tell you someone's age or height or race or name or whatever the fuck. These are regular people who input this information on Google. I remember at one point they were saying Lil Bow Wow's real name was Bowward, or some stupid shit. So I was like, if you really gonna use typing in Google and the first thing that pop up as a reliable source, or go to celebrity birthdays as a reliable source, it's like, all right, you're just playing games at this point. So I'm confused. I don't see where she's lied about her age, but I'm very confused.
13, 14, 16.
Y'all trying to play SZA at this point.
Their early to mid 20s. So that's another. Because once you turn 21, what are you lying about? You can drink. You
Where
can do
has she
literally almost whatever.
lied?
So.
Where?
So I'm doing some of the biggest lies first. So our next lie is SZA's freckles. Now I'm going to insert the whole video clip here because she goes in about her freckles being hers.
A lot more freckles. For a while, like, I covered them because I wasn't born with them. Like, they developed through, like, high school, and then I was already being teased for other shit.
All right, girl, I was trying to defend you. I was thinking people were coming for you for no reason and calling you a liar unjustly, but this is stupid, girl. This is clearly fucking eyeliner that you are dabbing on your goddamn face and on your lips, and you trying to call these real they don't even look real, girl. It looks like eyeliner. I wear makeup. I know. I've seen many people with freckles. I have someone with freckles in my family. They don't look like this.
I didn't want another reason for them to tease me, so I would just, like, cover them up. Now, it is what it is.
Now, my thing is, why would you ever want to be on the record for something?
Girl, that is so stupid.
Similar to people when people lie about contact lenses, like, you have to upkeep that lie for the rest of your life if you're really going to go that hard. That is too much. Similar to freckles. Like, lying about freckles is very hard because we are going to catch you without makeup. And you are also going to find days where you don't feel like doing that. So what are you going to do?
And then you got to have a picture every fucking time to see the exact place. Okay, I put it here and I put it on my nose up here and I put it down here. Like, that is too much. She's weird for lying about this.
And again, if this was post-pandemic, you could easily put on a mask the days you don't want to do your fake freckles. But with SZA, like, that came out of nowhere. And let me check the year. I will insert the year because depending on when she lied about this, she was well into her 20s. She wasn't a teen. So it's like you're lying about things at, like, a significant age. I don't want to say a big age, but maybe, 25, 26 is when your brain fully develops. So her brain was getting fully developed and she was just lying about these things. With the whole freckles thing,
that is a
she
weird
posted
thing for
a Tumblr post, I believe is what this is. And she goes on to say that with vitamin deficiency, that left her face scarred and freckled in 10th grade that heavily progressed through her college years. And then she says she started to cover it with makeup until recently. And she goes on to say that spreading lies is defaming her character and can become a criminal case.
Girl,
now, the reason why I feel like this can never be defamation is because, one, people find it silly. Two, if I was her, I would be like, yeah, I was trolling and this is outside of my personality or something. I would be like, okay, you all caught me. Or I wouldn't even say you all caught me, but I would be like, I'm about to just have in on the fun too. Because if you were to take this to court, like, the evidence is there of you, like, lying. Like, you were storytelling. Say lying is just, like, too much for her to hear. Telling stories, fallacies, fabricating. That is what she was doing. So then the next thing is SZA's hair. There's not a lot of proof, like...
I love your hair. It's all about hiding. I want to hide in it. Is that real? I just asked that. Let me root you real quick.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because you got tracks in there.
No, because I put rollers in and I really stayed up till like 3 a.m. to look like something. I didn't lotion, but I still.
You're definitely going to get a hair endorsement opportunity.
Not before Absol. Over Absol.
I'm telling you, if somebody puts him in like a good like prime rod situation, that would be crazy.
So when I originally recorded this video, I didn't go ahead to find like video evidence. So I found some video evidence and I found some photo evidence. And you could basically be the judge of this, whether do you think she was lying in that Breakfast Club interview compared to these pictures after of her showing her real hair. Maybe she did some sort of cut.
No, she was definitely lying. And it's not about, because when people say that black women are lying about their hair, you know, being real, people quickly be like, oh, you trying to say black women can't grow? Shut the fuck up. That's not what it is, all right? At all. But I just know real hair, and I know that's not her real hair. I just know. And I grew up in hair salons my entire life. A lot of women in my family owned hair salons, and I just know hair, okay? And I know that was not her hair. So there's that. You can take it for what it is. I don't give a fuck. But I know that wasn't her hair. This looks like real hair for sure. But you could be like, oh, she cut it, but no. And then even looking at her hair density. Her hair density isn't as thick as what this just showed. This is really, really full, thick hair. It's not giving that right here. It's thick for sure. I'm not saying it's thin whatsoever. But this density is not matching this density at all. At all. It's not even close. So even if her hair was longer, it still wouldn't look like this. It just looks fake. But whatever.
Nose, look, I'm just showing you at this point.
Now, okay, I'm going to say every other girl that clicks on this video has probably lied about their hair. Okay? So I'm not going to hold that against her, but again, what black women, though, at this day and age in their 20s, and I say this day and age meaning in the last decade, is lying about their hair. I feel like that's something teenagers do. So it's very strange that she is slightly older, making such big suggestive lies. Okay.
And then if she gonna lie about Freckles, of course she gonna lie about her hair being real. Let's keep it 1,000.
Like, oh, it's entertaining, girl. Go ahead, tell your story. But it's so weird because maybe being a good liar makes you a good writer. Because when you're a writer and you write for other people, you need to tap into their stories. You need to convey a story that you might not even feel or agree with. Which leads me to when I seen her, and I'll see if I can Google this. But I seen her talking about how her song "The Weeknd" wasn't about being a side chick. And I was like, that is, like, not true.
Okay, so now that I've found the tweet and I reread it, so she's trying to say that they're all being played, so there is no side chick. So I kind of see what she's trying to say.
That's not true.
What's it called? In a different Breakfast Club interview, she was mentioning that the song is fine to be about side chicks and that we have to, like, reclaim it or whatever, and it's a male-dominated term or whatever. So again, these lyrics are up to interpretation, and it's not that big of a deal how she interprets it day to day, but I just thought that was weird.
The side chick zigzags it along. That's right.
Oh my god, it's so crazy. First of all, I know exactly what song you're talking about.
Is it couple of them? The whole album?
No, just one.
A lot of the album.
Just one. First off, have you never had a side chick?
Of course.
What is one?
I had a few.
Also, did she know that she was a side chick?
Yes.
Okay, that's a different thing.
That's not
don't
true.
know that.
Okay, one represents for the girl who is dating a guy who has another girl. But like most side chicks do, they catch feelings. And then they want to be the main girl.
You talking about Weeknd?
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd's on there, yeah.
I was tweeting about it, and now I'm doing a side chick playlist for Tidal because of the song.
Wait, can I explain this real quick?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
one. I feel like it's a male bred term where it's like, what I'm actually saying in the song is my man is your man. Mm-hmm. Like, we all share the same dude, saying that I'm aware, I don't care. I'm not trying to, like, I don't need to be his girl. Not even saying that you're his girl, saying that none of us are his girl. All of us are just out here trying to get different things for different reasons. And my particular reason is just get here and do what you said you was going to do. We don't have
So, next slide.
Yeah, those are definitely two different things, girl. That's not what you said in your tweet at all. So those are very conflicting. But I was about to bring up the lyrics because I was ready because I know this song. And she literally says, you say you got a girl. How you want me? How you want me when you got a girl? So you knew that he had a girl. So stop saying, they didn't know about each other. Like, what? I guess she was mad, or not mad, but I guess she was feeling some type of way about the backlash that she was getting. So she's saying, there's no side chick. They all were getting played. Like, what? Girl. Okay, let's move on. Never had a birthday cake.
This next line is so funny to me. So she goes on to say how her mom has never bought her birthday cake. She would only get pie or whatever. And she's really trying to sell it. Like, I think somebody asked her a question about it. So this was slightly provoked. I mean, somebody asked her a question about it and she felt the need to be like, I hate birthday cake. And then people pulled up the receipts and pictures of her eating birthday cake. Now, you may have not liked the birthday cake. Maybe let's extend that to her. But you were eating it. You had it. It's literally, she posted the birthday cake and said that it was hers. So you've had birthday cake before. So it's like, it's one of those things. Somebody said, like, SZA would show up to school and be like, I got the iPhone 24 at home, but I just can't bring it because I'll get in trouble. When people would lie like that. Or when there are people who grew up, like, restricted, and they'd be like, I've never done this, I've never done that, I can't wait to do it. When they did it, they snuck and did it, or they just want to make themselves seem so, like, innocent. And then she's lying on other people, like, my mom, this. It's like, why you gotta bring your mom? I know her mom is like,
and you could have did it. See how I didn't even apologize.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, I need to read this tweet. So that's why I'm gonna look over here. She says, sad. Mind you, unprovoked, this is a tweet from 2017. She says, sad, because I want to go vegan, but I'm allergic to most fruits and vegetables. And then they pull up an article from 2013 where she says that she loves salad. A lot of these, like, you didn't have to put out that tweet. And say, like, as years went on, 4 years passed, she developed certain allergies.
Well, in her defense, that is a weird statement to make, sure. But in her defense, even if she likes salads, she could just be, a salad could just be with fucking lettuce. And she's adding chicken and corn and zucchini and other shit to it. And that's making it a salad. So that's one of the vegetables that she's not allergic to. She said she's allergic to most, not all of them. So in her defense, both of those things can still be true. But I don't believe her in saying that she's allergic to most fruits and vegetables. I just don't believe her. She's painting herself as a liar. Now I don't believe you. I don't
maybe clarify that. Like, you're not even keeping up with it. Be like, I want to go vegan, but in the last few years I've just become allergic to way more fruits and vegetables. Like something, because like even like me, when I make my videos, I can typically remember something that I said something. So it's just like even the inability to keep track. Like once she figured that she's gonna stop lying about Freckles, like I wonder what that day was like for her. Like was she like, I'm gonna address this, I'm never gonna address it? Did she forget that she was ever lying about her? Like that's what I want to know. Like is she forgetting about these things?
Absolutely. People who lie all the time, they can't keep up.
Like clearly,
all they lies.
Wearing wigs and weaves are more acceptable. So I'm gonna just be more honest about it. Like what was going on? Okay, so then the next one is about SZA saying that she's never owned a television.
All right.
No, so she's like, what's the best brand? So my thing is with this tweet. Okay, let's give
girl, in 2021 you said.
Okay, she could be telling the truth. Okay, say you truly have never owned a TV of your own, but you stayed in homes, Airbnbs, apartments that came with TVs.
Not a picture.
If you have ever liked any of those TVs, check what they were. Or SZA probably has a phone full of some of the most amazing rich contacts. Text your nearest richest friend and be like, what TV do you have? What do you recommend? Come into social media to be like, I've never owned a TV. What brand should I get, guys? You're looking for sympathy. You're looking for some shock value. Like, oh my gosh, SZA, you've never owned a TV. You're just like a hermit. Like, no one says SZA's like not an innocent person. Like, I don't think, well, to me, as a black woman who is constantly trying to decolonize her mind and get rid of all the false propaganda about black women being like hard shells, I don't look at SZA as somebody who is hard and non-soft. I look at her as just a human, and I assume that she has very strong things about herself and very timid things. I think she's a multifaceted person. So it's like she's trying to prove telling you to cancel SZA for some lying. Artists have done way worse and still get streams. They're harmless. Banned from the platform is SZA and the legacy of her voice, meaning has SZA put people in the game that have the same type of cursive singing as her? Like, was she like their inspiration? And is that like a downfall of music?
Okay, she getting into something else now. Alright, SZA, I was trying to take up for you in the beginning. I was like, y'all are saying she a liar for what? She ain't came out and said none of this stuff. Y'all putting this shit on her. Stop. Leave her alone. But as the video progressed, I'm like, alright, girls. I can't take up for you no more. Those freckles, girl, they were so poorly done on top of that. Like, it's so obvious that that was eyeliner, girl. Why would you lie about that? That's such a weird thing to lie about. All of these lies are very strange to lie about. Like, why? What are you gaining from this? I know kids, they tend to lie for like attention, and some people will like them and shit like that, but it's very bizarre when grown ass people lie. I actually have a friend who who lies about weird shit too. And at first I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but the more she started saying shit, I was like, all right, girl, I'm not gonna give further details because I don't know if she'll see this. But yeah, there's that. So this is a thing that people will just lie for no reason. It's very strange. I can't get into the psychology of that. I wish you healing though, because it's weird as fuck. You don't have to lie about these things. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares if you have real freckles or not. Nobody cares if you have fake hair or not. Nobody cares about these things. Why are you lying about it? For what reason? What are you getting from this? It's just very strange. But sure, this is what she does, I guess. Y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye!